So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, this video will probably be a really nice surprise for you guys over on YouTube. I'll have my Instagram linked in the description if you want to go ahead and check that out, because I tend to notify everyone over on there a lot quicker than I do on YouTube. So you're probably not going to see this video for like 2 weeks or so. But as you can tell by the title, I'm getting another hamster. I never planned on getting another hamster because I'm more than happy with Bluebell, my Russian dwarf. But for those of you guys who are familiar with my channel, then you would know I started working in a small independent pet shop. So I'm a pet shop assistant and I fell in love with one of the hamsters in the pet shop where I work. Of course it was going to happen. I told myself, oh, I'm probably not going to take one of these hamsters home, and yeah, it's happened. And her name is Penelope. And if you're wondering how she got her name, me and one of my work colleagues were thinking of a name for her and she said Penelope, and I was like, yep, that is going to be her name. Suits her perfectly. So today I'm going to be picking her up with my sister and I'm so excited. So I'm not actually working today. I'll be back at work tomorrow because I work Tuesday to Saturday and today's my day off, but I wanted to film it for you guys, so that's why I'm going today. And if you're wondering why am I getting a hamster from work, firstly I thought I would mention that I know places like Pets at Home are quite well known for using rodent meals, so they don't get their hamsters from a very nice place. Don't recommend getting hamsters from Pets at Home. However, the pet shop that I work in is a small independent pet shop and the hamsters come from a lovely breeder, so it's really nice to know the hamsters get bred at a place where they generally care for the hamsters. And my last 3 hamsters I did actually adopt them, and Bluebell was part of an accidental litter, and I've had her for almost 2 years now, which is crazy. So every time I get a new hamster I always film it, so I'll link all the previous getting my hamster vlogs in the description if you want to go ahead and watch the rest of them. So the reason why I'm getting Penelope is because she always looks so sad in the little cage at work, because they're only normally in there for a short period of time, but she's probably been in there for about 12 weeks and it seems like no one wants her. She's a really cute Syrian, but she's really big, and whenever people see her they're like, oh my god, she's so big, she's huge, and I feel like that's why people don't want her. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get her. I have to have this hamster, and I know she's gonna be really happy at home with me and she's not gonna end up in a really small cage, because although I have the Detolf, I do have a second cage just down there which is the Living Well, but I haven't actually used it in a couple of years. So I filmed a few clips yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert them now, and then there's a couple of bits that I want to show you guys before I head out. So I apologise if the lighting isn't the best. It's about to rain in about 30 minutes, so it's getting quite dark. So it's the day before I get Penelope, so I just need to get a couple of things in order, and I thought I would talk to you guys about a few things. So this is the main cage she's going to be going into. So this is the Living World Eco Habitat. I've had this cage for years now. I think I got it back in maybe 2016 or 2017. I originally got it from Zoo Plus. They don't sell it anymore, and for a while they were selling it on Amazon. But I'm not too sure if you can still get it on there. I've got it in the medium. They also do a small and a large. If you're familiar with my channel and you've seen a lot of my old hamster videos, this was the original cage that I had, and I don't think I've used it since 2018 I think, and Pumpkin was the last hamster in this cage. I do have another cage which is the IKEA Detolf. Bluebell, my Russian dwarf, is currently living in there. As you can see it says Living World there, and then that just lifts off, but I do need to give that a clean out and wipe the inside and stuff. And then to close it you just twist these like this, but I'll probably end up taking these off again. And if we come over here, this is the IKEA Detolf. So Bluebell is currently in this cage. She is sleeping at the moment. I've had Bluebell since August 2020. I'll link that video down below if you want to see the day I got her. I do need to clean her cage out, but I'm going to do that once Penelope is all settled. And I've also ordered Penelope a name sticker too in the same font, same colour, so that's going to look really nice on her cage. So I do need to get out my carrier case, so just keep it under my bed. But this is what I'm going to bring Penelope home in. This carrier is very useful. I've had it for so many years. So even though Penelope does already have a cage to go into, which is the Living World, I'm going to temporarily put her in this bin cage. Me and my sister made this cage years ago, and this is what it looks like on the inside. This isn't the original container. I've actually got 4 of these containers under my bed, but the lid can fit on any container because they're all the same. So I'm going to give you guys a little haul of 3 things that I picked up for Penelope at work. So the first thing I got was this Bendy Bridge, and do I need any more Bendy Bridges? No. However, I don't have one this size, and Penelope is a big hamster, so if she wants to sit in here she would fit in this one a lot better than the smaller one. I also got her this grassy tube, I think it's called, grass nest, so it just looks like this, and I think this is big enough for her. And then the last thing I got her was one of these, and the tag fell off, so I can't remember what this was called. But I've actually got something similar in Bluebell's cage, but it's a really small version, and this one is just a bigger version. Bluebell never goes in it, but it just looks really nice in the cage. So in Bluebell's cage, she has a very similar tunnel, but this is a grassy tunnel. I think this is from Pets at Home or Rosewood. And then the ball thing I was talking about, she's got one just there, but it's really, really, really tiny. So those are all the little bits that I've bought for Penelope so far. Ignore everything in this section. This is where I keep stuff for my shop. It's really empty at the moment because I need to restock. And then over here I have treats and food. So I do have a video of me organising all of these and going through each one. So I'll have that linked in the description if you want to go ahead and check that. But as for food, I have ordered Penelope some food off Rodeo Pet, which is where I've ordered most of her stuff from. So I'm going to feed her on Bluebell's mix. I should have ordered Bluebell a Rodeo Pet food as well, because I did want to originally do that, but it's a bit late now. But this is perfectly fine to temporarily give to Penelope. I'll feed her that along with science selected pellets. They do these at work, which is good, so I like to mix that in with food. So the rest of these are all treats. They're all really nice and healthy treats. And then what I'll sprinkle into Penelope's food is some sesame seeds, some linseed. For extra protein, I've got some freezed dried chicken, which I'm sure she will love, and I'll give her some fruits and some veggies. So I have this container under my bed which is full of natural stuff, and I've just been looking for some things that I can use with Penelope. Most of this stuff I can't use because they're all dwarf size. However, I'm going to grab one of these water bottle holders. I think I'll give her this one, and maybe I'll give her this one. I think this one's a little bit nice. This is the Living World water bottle stand, and I do actually have the water bottle to go in there. So it just says Living World at the back, and then the glass bottle slots on the inside. So I have two Living World water bottles, and I have a Pets at Home one, which is the one Bluebell has in her cage. So this is the Pets at Home water bottle. It looks just like the Living World one. I do need to change Bluebell's water, so I took the bottle out. But I prefer the Pets at Home one because it doesn't say Living World on it. So this basically slots inside here, and then this bit holds the bottle in place. So I did go to Pets at Home last month, and I picked this up for Bluebell. This is the Woodlands Willow Tapey, and it's so cute. And I also picked up this cork log from work. That was just me talking through the cage that she's going to be going into, and the food and all of that kind of stuff. Over here, as you can see, I've set up her temporary cage. So I've just got the basics in here, really. As you can see, she doesn't have a wheel yet. That is on its way. So once she's all set up in the Living Wild cage, she will have a wheel and everything that she needs. But I've just got the basics in here, and then I've also popped some food in her food dish. So she's got muesli mix at the bottom, science selected pellets, and I can't remember the name of the green stuff. It's from Pets at Home. She's got Whimsy's Chew, a Vitacraft apple chew, 3 pieces of freeze-dried chicken. I've sprinkled in some linseeds and sesame seeds. So if you're wondering why I've decided to not put Penelope straight into the Living Wild cage, it's because I don't have a lot of stuff to go in it, and where it's such a big cage, hamsters like to have places to hide, and I don't have many things for her to hide in apart from the 2 stuff that's in that cage. So I think she'll prefer to be in a smaller enclosure than in a big enclosure with hardly anything in there. She's already cost me a mini fortune. I've spent almost £300 on Penelope so far, and because I haven't had a Syrian hamster in years, I've had to rebuy a lot of Syrian sized stuff. So her wheel alone cost me basically £70, and I also made an order of Rodeo Pet, I think it's pronounced. It's a really amazing website. I'll have it linked in the description, but I spent like £150 on that. So that's where I got her hides from, because they're really nice and big, perfect for Syrians, and I got some substrate from there as well. And then obviously I picked up 3 things for her at work. I think today I'm going to pick up some more stuff for her. I do need a bag of hay to layer the substrate. I have some really nice stuff in the reptile section, and I get staff discount, which is really good. I get 25% off. So because I want to pick up a few things at work, I think I'm going to bring this bag with me so I can pick up some stuff. And once I get everything for her cage and it's all set up, I'll give you guys a tour, of course, so you can see what the setup looks like. And depending on when I get my order, I might do a haul for you guys. Because I'm working 5 days a week, I don't really have a lot of time to film videos, but I'm going to try my best to do a haul once some of her stuff start arriving, because I've got some really nice bits that I really want to share with you guys before I put it in the cage. So my sister's just stopped off to go and grab something from the shop really quickly, and I'm just sat in the car. So I finally got her, and she is so cute. It was really nice to see everyone at work anyway, even though I'm going to be seeing them tomorrow. So I did actually pick up a couple of things when I was in the shop. I got a massive bag of hay, which was £9.50. Everything that I got in total actually came up to £27 with my staff discount, so it was actually a lot cheaper than I expected because I got 25% off. So it would have been £36.47, but I got £9.12 off, which is actually really good. So the first thing I got were 2 bags of this moss. I've never actually had moss before, and I've always wanted moss. I do have some in my rodeo pet order, however I thought it would be really nice to get some from the shop anyway, so this was from the reptile section, and this was £7.99. And then I also picked up some, I think it's called grapevine, and this was £10.99. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer. I did the same with my cork log tunnel. I put it in the freezer before I put it in the cage. And yes, I got that piece. And I don't know if you were able to see, but at the back I just got a really big bag of hay. And yeah, so that was everything that I got in the shop. So after this, I think we're going to go straight home, and then I can pop Penelope in her cage. And it's really hard to show how big she is on camera. She just looks like a normal size Syrian, and it depends on what angle I'm showing her. So it's just after 1 o'clock. I think we've been home for about an hour now, and Penelope is such a digger. She's been digging around her entire cage. So I've taken out her food dish. I'm going to end up scattering the food instead, and I've also taken out the sand dish, which she does love, but it just kept on sinking in the substrate because she's just been digging in every single corner. But she is so cute. She's really friendly. So it's now the next day, and I'm just about to rush off to work. I'm just quickly sticking a note on this card that I'm gonna leave on my front door because someone keeps stealing our parcels, and I did have one up for a couple of weeks to say to leave parcels with one of my neighbours downstairs because she's always in. And yesterday I noticed it wasn't on the door anymore, so I'm gonna stick up another one because I am expecting some parcels. So I just wanted to give you a really quick update on Penelope because I need to rush out to go to work, but she's no longer in the bin cage. She got really bored in there. I thought she would be okay for a couple of days to a week, but she was just digging around and she messed everything up. And then by the time it got to the evening when I wanted to go to sleep, she was chewing the mesh at the top. So I did a really quick temporary setup in the Living Wild cage. It looks so empty, but it's given her a bit more space, and she was still chewing the side of the cage, which was great. But hopefully once everything is set up and she's got more things to do, she won't be as bored. Quickly show you guys the setup that I've done for Penelope. I think she's actually sleeping in her Bendy Bridge at the moment, but she did carry the tissue around to the back of her water bottle, and she was sleeping there for a little bit while I was getting ready for work, because when I woke up this morning both girls were awake. So I'll just quickly show you guys, and I'm going to try and be quiet because I don't want to wake her. As you can see, it's a very basic setup until the rest of her stuff arrives. But Penelope's really friendly. She lets you pick her up. She's not entirely happy with being held for long periods of time, but she lets you pick her up and she doesn't run away from you. She's not skittish or anything like that, and I feel like she's settling in quite well. And when she takes treats from you, it's very gentle, whereas if you give a treat to Bluebell, she always snatches it from you. And yeah, so both girls are doing okay, and I will definitely be doing more hamster videos and showing you guys more of Penelope and hopefully more of Bluebell. But it's just quite hard to get clips of her at the moment because she's always sleeping. And if you want to see more updates on the girls, definitely go ahead and follow me over on Instagram because I've been posting a lot on there at the moment, and also on my stories and stuff. And yeah, so I'm going to end this vlog here, and I will see you guys in my next video.